गुड मॉर्निंग राम राम। तो लॉन्ग वीकेंड आ गया है तो इसमें क्या किया जाए। तो आई एम प्लानिंग टू डू C&O Canal bike trail. That's 184.5 mile long bike trail. Bike or hiking trail is that long. You can hike or you can bike. It's a gravel road. It's a towpath. It's used. It used to be used for in old time, like 100 200 year back, when there were no railroads or there were no. This was one of the way of transporting goods from Cumberland to Washington D.C. area. So I am planning to bike that in 3 days. So that's approximately 60 miles per day. So maybe if I go by 10 mile per hour, I can ride for 6 hours or maybe 7 hours if I go a little slow. So 7 to 8 hours maybe. And then I think if I can ride that much every day, I can complete in 3 days. So that's my goal. And let's see how many days it takes or if I can do it. Weather looks good. This is a long weekend and the weather looks good. It's mild temperature is in 79 80 degree, and even if it is hot there, it's fine because this trail is very nice. It's in the woods, and there is a tree line, so there is always a shade area. So you're not out in sun, so it's pretty good that way. So one side of the trail is a like on the like I'm planning to do from Cumberland to DC. So I'm going from downhill kind of. It's little downhill. It's not much. It's mostly flat. But so on if I'm going from Cumberland to DC, on left hand side there will be canal. That's a C&O Canal, and on the right side there will be Potomac River. So the C&O Canal is just to tell viewers like it's a Chesapeake, Ohio canal. C is Chesapeake and O is Ohio. Ohio is a state where I don't know why it named, but it started in Cumberland, Maryland. So, but Ohio is the next state, next like close by. So maybe it's old time used to do transport goods from Ohio, especially grains, to this area. So, and Chesapeake is a bay in Washington D.C. area, Maryland, Washington D.C. area, just like Bay of Bengal, or uh, so this is a Chesapeake Bay. So that's why it's named C&O Canal. And along this C&O Canal, there are lots of historical places. So I will try to visit them, and then there are lots of interesting technology. They have used 75 locks. I have seen some of them before, but this is the time I will be seeing all of them in one go. So they used to control water flow using these locks, and that's a very surprisingly like 200 year 300 year back they had that kind of like this was a like I have seen mostly canals in India, but most of them are like flat, so they are driven by gravity water. But this one is, I think they have little control over it, like they have lock system where they can control the flow of water, and that's how they can control the flow of goods properly. So that's interesting to see. And apart from that, this trail has lots of every 3 4 miles I heard there is a water station, so you don't need to carry much water. But I'll be still carrying 2 bottles, and I'll be carrying my filter. So water is all around there because we have a Potomac River, so you can always get the water from there and filter it to drink. And so I won't be carrying much water because there are hand pumps there. And every 3 4 miles there is a campground. so I will be camping. And for food I will be carrying my some food, but there are this trail goes through all small towns, and there are lots of pizza huts or lots of eateries, you can use them. So food is also not a problem, so food and water is not a problem, and campsites are plenty, and they're pretty nice. So let's see how it goes, and I will tell you uh, now. I'll show you my stuff, what I'm carrying. So I bought a new bike just for this purpose, and hopefully I would be using it. This is the first time I would be using for long. I have tried a little bit in the community here, but this is the first time I would be carrying the bike to Cumberland, and then we'll be riding it all the way to DC. That's the plan. So let's see how the bike goes, and what else. So with the bike, I got panniers. These are the bags, 50-liter panniers, two bags which can go on the back of the where you can carry your stuff, and you can carry. If I have extra stuff, I will. If it won't fit in panniers, I think it will fit in panniers because this is pretty big, 50 liters, and if it does not, then I will be carrying my backpack as well because I have space for that. So what else I'm carrying? I got a new small sleeping bag, which is 800 down. It's a fur, which is very lightweight. I will show you that. And what else? Rest is everything is backpacking stuff. My stove, my butane container for cooking if I need to, my tea stuff so that I can make tea in the morning and evening if I need to. And what else? I think that's all. Rest is my backpacking stuff, my water bottles and all that. And that's me, and let's go. So one more thing, I am planning to leave tomorrow morning, early morning. That is Saturday morning. I will be leaving very early so that I can start biking at maybe 5 6 o'clock, and I will be spending about an hour in Cumberland. I want to see that area. Like I passed through Cumberland in Maryland so many times, but I never stopped there. So this is the time I will be spending about 1 hour going around the town, showing you around the town, and making a video there about the historical places or whatever I like there. And my plan is to leave early from here, and so that I can start early. And then Saturday, the whole day, I will be traveling 60 miles approximately. That's my goal, 60 miles if I can make it. And then Sunday and Monday, same 60 miles. So hopefully I will reach by Monday evening, Monday night to DC, and that's where I'm going to wrap up my trail, my trip. So, and that's where the mile zero ends. So this trail has all the milestones. So every mile or most of the places there are milestones, so you can track how far you are, and you cannot get lost because this is only one way. You can go only either downwards or you can go upwards. So you can go towards DC or towards Maryland. So otherwise you cannot it's very hard to, like, you don't have need a map or anything. But I have downloaded some maps from National Park Service maintains this trail, and they have pretty good map on their website. So I have downloaded one map which has all the detail about which site has camping, which site has parking, which site has all the, like, restrooms and all that. So everything, so it's not in wild woods, but this is better trail, so it's easier. So I'm planning to do in 3 days. Let's see. And this is the first time I'm going to try a bike trail. So I'm not sure how how well prepared I am, but we'll see. We'll find out. Okay, bye bye. Got the bike with the carrier, and this is I'm going to use for my 3-day ride. So it can be So especially I wanted the one which has carrier on the back so that I can put my stuff, and I wanted to have these mud guards, they call fenders. And this is otherwise a normal bike. It has of course gears, is good for up and down riding, but I'm going to be, I think my first ride will be flat, but it's good to have gears. And then it has disc brakes, which is newer better version of brakes, otherwise nothing special. And it has a water bottle holder here, which I have not got yet. And what else? Again, this is the disc brake from the front, and this is this bike, available at pretty reasonable price at Costco. And now what I'm going to do, I will put this thing. So this is the panniers. So this is a bag which goes in here like this. So this bag will hold 50-liter worth of stuff, which is more than enough for me. But if you need extra, I can put my backpack here, and that's extra space. And that's where going to stop, like my most of the stuff will stay here, and then I don't need anything else. I think my tent will stay here, and let's see, let me start packing now. Okay guys, so it looks like let me search for let me show some directions. So it says Cumberland city, or city in Maryland, so I find it here. And this is the place where this starts. If you see, that's the river, that's the Potomac River, and it's a border between West Virginia and Maryland, and this is the city, and that's the place where the canal goes with it. So canal starts here. So I'm going to start journey from here to, let's say, directions by bike to Georgetown, Washington DC. It's the other way around. So from Cumberland to Georgetown, Washington DC. This is the minimum bike route by default Google gives, but that's not what I'm following. So this is not following the river. For example, this is the river goes from here. River is this goes through Hancock, but Google gives this path because it just gives you the minimum path. So this is not my path. So my path would be, so I rerouted, and this is going to be my path. So from Cumberland it starts, and it goes through, this is the Paw town, and there is a tunnel here which is famous, and this is, as of now there is some construction going on. That's the tunnel under the mountain they have. So there is some construction going on, so there is a detour on their website, so you have to climb over the mountain, and that I already know. So I'm planning like maybe 1-2 hour of extra hiking with the bike, and then you have to go up in the mountain and come back, and you own the trail. So that's a little extra. Otherwise, in normal time, you can just go through a tunnel, and it is straight. Now this is a Hancock. So Hancock is about 60 miles. So I'm planning to do in 3 days. So it's 184. So about 60 miles in a day. So somewhere here nearby, I will find a campsite, and I will be staying night there. So that's the first night. So first day is 60 miles, and then second day I'm planning to reach to the Harper's Ferry. That's a historical town, so there is a campground just before that, and I'm planning second day. That's my plan if it works out. And then third day from Harper's Ferry onwards, about it's a 60 miles again to Georgetown. That's in Washington D.C. That's where the mile zero marker is, and that's the plan. And weather looks good, and as of now it does not show any rain, so let's hope it stays that way. And that's it. I think I'm ready to go now. Okay, take care. Bye bye.